Hey guys, welcome back. Here's the second half of your notes. I'm going to start with vertex form because I got cut off on 3. Remember, with your vertex form, okay, you're going to take the opposite for this. That's going to give you positive 3 for your x value for your vertex, and 4 is going to stay the same. So my vertex is a 3 of 4. Okay, I know my parabola is opening up, so I'm going to go 3, 4 here underneath. Vertical line. Remember, this is my AOS, my axis of symmetry. X equals 3. And it shifts a little weak there. Now, go into your T-chart. What you're going to do x is 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put 4 in here. 4 minus 3 is 1. So I have 1 squared. And then I'm going to multiply by 2. And then I'm going to add 4. So that's going to give us 6. Before, we're going to go up 6. And then I'm going to be here at 2. If I put 5 in, 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, so I'm doing 8 plus 4. 512 is off my graph, it'll be all the way up here. No sense in plotting it, so this is going to be my graph. Okay? That's vertex form quick. Let's jump into what we started with a couple days ago. Jumping back, intercept form is the last one that's left. So you've done standard form, which is negative b over 2a to solve for your x value. Vertex form, this is the one where h and k were the vertex, and then your axis of symmetry is located at the h value. The intercept form is a little different. The reason it's called intercept form is because these here, p and q, are your intercepts. Think about if you were to set these equal to 0, you would add p over. So the x-intercepts are p, and you would set x minus q equal to 0. This one's positive q. So the axis of symmetry is halfway between these 2 points here, p and q. So this is p0, because remember on the x-axis, y is always 0, and this would be q0. To get the halfway point, if you can't look at the graph and get it, your x value would be halfway between p and q. So add them up, divide by 2. That will always work for your vertex x value. Remember, if A is positive, it's opening up. If A is negative, it's going down. So, we're going to flip back to page 4 here at the bottom of the page. You're going to graph these 3 functions. They are all in intercept form. So, that would mean that P is negative 2, Q is positive 4. So remember, it's opposite, opposite. So, you can put a point at negative 2, put a point at positive 4. You can see here these are 6 units apart. Halfway through would be 3 units. So halfway, that cuts it in half. That would be x equals 1 here. That's our axis of symmetry. If you can't do that by looking at it, remember, add negative 2 plus 4, add your p and q, divide by 2. You can clearly see that 2 divided by 2, x is 1. That's what we had. So let's go after our vertex. We have the x-coordinate already. 1. Plug 1 in. So this will be 3 times negative 3 when you plug 1 in. So that would be negative 9. So we're down here. That's my vertex 1, negative 9. All right, let's put in 2. T-chart time. And we put 2, 3. I don't have to do 4. Because I already know 4, we're going to be at 0 by this point, and maybe 6. So if we put 2 in, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And if you multiply those guys together, you get negative 8. So we'll be here for 2. Let's put 3 in. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So that would be negative 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to match that up. Okay, let's put 6 in. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 minus 4 is 2. Did I do something incorrect there? 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 minus 4 is 2. No, I'm good. That's 16. I'm off the graph. Okay? Or was it 5 I skipped? Yeah, I skipped 5. So what I'm going to do is, we don't need this guy. It's off our graph. I should have done 5 now. 5 plus 2 is 7. Yeah, now we're good. 5 minus 4 here is 1, so 7. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, there's your lovely parabola. A little bit of a not so smooth squiggle there. So there is your parabola for number 1. Okay? Please get used to the sequence. P here is -3. Q here is -1. So -3 is here, -1 is here. This one's an easy one to see where your line goes, splits it. That's where x is -2. That's your axis of symmetry. All right, so to get the vertex, let's put in -2 here. So y will equal negative, and then -2 plus 3 is 1. And then -2 plus 1 is -1. So this is basically -1 times -1, which is 1. So your vertex is at -2, -1, right here. Parabola should be opening down, so I guess I shouldn't have done that there, huh? Check that. Okay, right. My vertex is at -2 up 1, and it should be here. -2 up 1. So yeah, I labeled that wrong. T-chart. Okay, let's put 0, 1, 2 in. If you want to do 3, you can. If I put 0 in, I'm basically taking negative times 3 plus and times 1. 3 times 1 is 3, so 0, -3. Let's match that guy up. I'm going to put 1 in, so that will give me 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. Multiply these together, I get -8, which is here. And the last one, this is going to be off the chart, because my chart only goes to -9. So there's my parabola. Now we're looking pretty smooth. That's a good parabola. Got my axis of symmetry labeled here. Got my vertex labeled up here. We'll do the last one in red. P is +3. Q is +1. Here's 1, here's 3. This one's an easy one to see where your axis of symmetry goes. Thought maybe I was off one there. So this is x is 2 there. That's your AOS. Okay. Let's go after our vertex. I'm going to put in 2. So I'm going to get 2. Y equals 2 times. 2 minus 3 is -1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is going to be -2. Okay, so we got 2, -2. There's your vertex. The parabola should be opening up, so I can write it down here. As far as values you want to put in, I'm probably going to put in numbers like 0, -1, -2, or I could go, let's see, this is 3, so 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 4, 5, 6. 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the next point's at 6. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's mirror this guy up. There you go. Let's put 5 in. 5 minus 3. Well, I have a 2 out front. I'm sorry. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. So that should be 4 times 4 is 16. We're off the graph. You can stop. Here's my loving parabola. Okay. There is intercept form in a nutshell. Don't be afraid to go back and take a look at this. There are 3 methods. You have all 3 in now. We're going to move on here now to section page 5. Okay, real quick. I'm going to go through this guy. It says, what are the x-intercepts in the graph of the quadratic function? That means y is 0. So 0 equals x squared minus c. You can add c over. And then you get rid of square by square rooting. Now remember, you have 2 answers when you square root. It's a positive square root of c and a negative square root of c. If you want them in points, it would be negative, well, square root of c, 0, and the other point would be negative square root of c, 0. What is the y value in terms of c, which cannot be in the range? Well, let's first solve for the range, and then we'll say the opposite. Okay? This is in standard form. A would be 1. There is no x, so b would be 0, and then your c is -c. So my vertex is at x equals -b over 2a, which in this case is -0 over 2 times 1, which gives you 0. Plug 0 back in, you get y equals 0 squared minus c. So y is -c. So your vertex is at the point 0, negative c. Remember, a is positive 1. So the parabola is opening up. I don't know why I put an S there. I'm trying to give up's free advertising. So it's going to look like this. So this point 0, negative c, is your, I should say your minimum. It's the lowest point on the parabola in terms of y. So your y value is going to go from negative c, because it's included, up to positive infinity, because this graph is going up on the y-axis. So which cannot be in the range of the quadratic function? Well, anything, right again, less than negative c is not in the range. So if you want to know what that looks like, put y first. Y cannot be less than negative c, which cannot be in the range. Value is less than that. So it really feels weird writing the negative. It's like a double negative to me. Y is less than negative c. They're not going to be in the range. So that's the answer to B. Okay. The last part's not bad. What is the equation of the line written in standard form? Okay. So practice, write the quadratic function in standard form. Remember, standard form looks like this. Now, because I'm showing all the steps here, I'm going to go pretty quick. So this is going to be x times x. There's my first guy. Here's my second. I'm done distributing in the x into both, or should I say finish. Now I'm going to multiply the 7 in. So I'm going to distribute the 7 into the x plus 4. So that's 7x plus 28. Combine like terms, this is going to finish up with. Okay, please stay humble and show your work so that way I know everybody's on the same page. Okay, let's jump over to 2. I'm going to distribute first. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to do FOIL first. So I'm going to do x times x is x squared. I'm then going to do x times 9 to get 9x. I'm going to follow that up with 5x, and then I'm going to follow that up with 45. Keep it in parentheses. I'm going to combine like terms before I distribute. So this is 14 x's. That has a lot of x's. And I'm going to have negative 2x squared. So right now I'm distributing now into negative 2 3 times. So this one's going to be negative 28x, and this is going to be minus 9. That is complete. So there's 1 and 2. 3 and 4, a lot of writing. So best practice is to expand this guy to look like this. X plus 14 times x plus 14 with a negative in front. Okay? So I'm going to FOIL first, and then I'm going to distribute in that negative when I'm finished FOILing. Parentheses are key that you keep them because you don't want to add the 3 until the very end. Because order of operations, addition is very last. Right now I'm doing parentheses. So 28x plus 196. And now I'm going to distribute that negative in. So this is negative x squared minus 28x minus 196 plus 3. Your final solution here is y equals negative x squared minus 28x minus 193. That's your final one. Kind of the same deal up here. This one's going to take up quite a bit of space. I want to do the x minus 2 times x minus 2 first. So I'm going to do 5 times x squared minus 2x plus 4, parentheses close, plus 4. I'm going to combine like terms before I distribute that 5 in here. That's what I'm looking at. Multiply the 5 in, get 20x plus 20 plus 4. And then to finish this up, we're going to say, okay, y equals 5x squared minus 20x plus 24. Okay? And that's where you would stop with this. I'll move that again for it. Jumping down to 5 here. I'm going to keep that negative half out front. I'm going to actually do the x plus 6 squared first by doing x plus 6 times x plus 6. So this is going to